Have you ever caught your cat just staring at you? Not just looking, but really watching you. Still, quiet, like they know something you don't. It might sound a little strange, but across cultures and spiritual traditions, people have believed this for centuries. Cats aren't just pets. They're protectors, healers, sometimes even messengers. Some say God, or the universe, sent you a cat for a reason. Not just to keep you company, but to walk with your soul. I know, that's a big idea. But think about it. Has your cat ever shown up right when you needed them the most? Maybe during heartbreak, grief, or just when life felt heavy. Today on FurryNest, we're talking about something really special, why God might have sent you a cat. We'll explore the emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal ways our cats help us, heal us, and maybe even guide us. So get cozy, call your cat over, and let's begin. Number 1. Your cat showed up at the perfect time. Think back to when you first met your cat. What was happening in your life then? I bet you were going through something tough. Maybe a breakup, a loss, or just one of those times when everything felt completely wrong. And then there they were. This little furry face with soft paws. And somehow, you just knew they belonged with you. You're not alone in feeling this way. People in our community tell me this story all the time. A cat showed up on their doorstep right after something painful happened. Or they walked into a shelter and locked eyes with a cat, and they just knew. Some people even say their cat chose them. And you know what? I don't think it's a coincidence. Throughout history, cats have been seen as more than just animals. In ancient Egypt, they were guardians of souls. In Japan, they bring good luck. And in our modern homes, they seem to show up exactly when we need love the most. It's like they were sent to us. But let's think deeper about this timing. Remember that day you first met your cat? Were you struggling with loneliness? Dealing with anxiety? Maybe you just moved somewhere new where you didn't know anyone. Suddenly, there was this little creature who needed you. But here's the thing, you needed them even more. Some people call this divine intervention. Others say it's the universe working perfectly. But whatever you want to call it, there's something amazing about how cats enter our lives right when our hearts are ready for their special kind of love. Number 2, cats are natural healers. Here's something that happens to almost everyone with a cat. You've had one of those terrible days where you just can't handle life anymore. You're anxious. You're tired. Maybe your heart is broken. Then your cat jumps onto your lap and starts purring. And somehow, you feel a little better. This isn't just in your head. Science shows that petting a cat actually lowers your stress. It boosts something called oxytocin. That's the love hormone. But there's something deeper happening here too. Cats are incredible emotional companions. They don't try to fix you. They just sit with you. They don't ask you to explain your feelings. They just feel them with you. Even their purring helps heal you. Did you know that a cat's purr can actually help your body recover? Those vibrations can help bones and tissues heal faster. But here's the real magic. They make you feel seen, even when you're completely falling apart. That's not just comfort. That's spiritual care. And cats seem to know exactly what kind of healing you need. When you're crying, they might gently bump their head against your face. When you're angry, they keep their distance but stay where you can see them. They're letting you know they're there. When you're scared, they curl up right next to you. Their steady breathing reminds you that you're safe. They don't judge your emotions. They don't tell you to get over it or look on the bright side. They simply accept whatever you're feeling and love you through it. This is deep spiritual wisdom wrapped in fur and whiskers. Your cat is teaching you that healing doesn't always mean fixing things. Sometimes it just means being present with whatever you're going through. Number 3, cats are your spiritual protectors. Have you ever seen your cat staring at an empty wall? Or noticed them avoiding certain people for no obvious reason? Or suddenly acting defensive when nothing seems wrong? There's a reason for this. Many people believe cats can sense energy. Some even say they can see things we can't, like spirits or emotional energy around people. This might sound crazy, but ancient cultures believed this too. In medieval times, people thought cats could keep evil away. Even today, many spiritual traditions believe cats help clear negative energy. Think about how your cat behaves. They always sleep near you. They sit at your feet. They follow you to bed. They're not just doing this for comfort. They're guarding you. They're watching over you. Even if you don't believe in energy or spirits, isn't it amazing how they always seem to know when you're feeling off? That quiet presence they have, they're grounding you. They're protecting you. Maybe that's part of why they were sent to you. Let me tell you about ways cats protect that you might not even notice. Has your cat ever suddenly appeared when you were having a panic attack? Have you noticed how they position themselves between you and strangers who make you uncomfortable? Cats are incredibly good at reading human emotions and intentions. They can sense when someone doesn't have good energy. They might hiss at a person who seems perfectly nice to you. Later, you might discover that person wasn't trustworthy after all. This protective instinct goes beyond the physical world. Cats seem to create an invisible barrier around your emotional and spiritual space. When negative thoughts start spiraling, your cat's presence can interrupt that cycle. Their calm energy reminds you to breathe and ground yourself in the present moment. Some people believe cats can absorb negative energy from their humans. They think that's why cats sleep so much. They're processing and releasing what they've taken on for you. Whether you believe this or not, there's something powerful about how a cat's presence can change the entire energy of a room. Number 4. Cats teach us how to live in the moment. Cats live completely in the present moment. They sleep in sunny spots. They watch birds through the window. They stretch like little yoga masters. And without even trying, they invite you to slow down too. In our crazy, fast-paced world, your cat is basically saying, "Hey, stop for a minute. Just breathe." Think about those moments when you're petting your cat. You're calmer. Your mind isn't racing. You're just there in that moment. That's what real presence feels like. And that's what spirituality is really about, being connected to yourself, to the present moment, to what's actually real. Your cat doesn't rush through life. They rest when they need to. They play when they want to. They live one moment at a time. Maybe they came to remind you to do the same. Rest isn't being lazy. Being still isn't weakness. It's actually sacred. Watch your cat when they wake up. They don't just jump into action. They take time to feel their body. They stretch each muscle mindfully. This isn't just instinct. It's a lesson in self-care that most of us have completely forgotten. Cats understand something we've lost in our busy lives. They know the art of doing nothing productively. When your cat sits by the window for hours, they're not being lazy. They're practicing presence. They're fully engaged with the simple act of being alive and aware. This is meditation in its purest form. No apps needed. No guided instructions. Just pure, present moment awareness. Your cat is teaching you that not every moment needs to be productive. Not every silence needs to be filled. Not every feeling needs to be analyzed or fixed. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is simply be still and let life flow around you. When you're stressed about deadlines or worried about the future, your cat doesn't offer advice. They offer presence. They curl up nearby and show you how to exist peacefully right now. This is deep spiritual teaching delivered without words. Number 5. You were meant to find each other. There's a belief in some spiritual communities that animals have soul contracts with us. The idea is that before we're born, our souls agree to meet, to help each other grow, to walk through life together. Sounds strange? Then explain this. Why does your cat follow you everywhere? Why do they look into your eyes like they know you? Why do they rest their head on your chest like they've done it 100 times before? That's not just affection. There's something deeper happening. Some people say our cats were guardians in another life. Others believe they come back to us again and again in different forms, but with the same spirit. Whether you believe that or not, there's something powerful in those quiet moments. When your cat blinks at you slowly. When they lean into your touch like they've been waiting for it. Maybe they have been waiting. Think about how your cat knows your routines better than you do sometimes. They're waiting by the door before you even realize you're ready to leave. They show up in the kitchen right before you start making dinner. They settle onto your lap just as you're about to have an emotional moment. This level of connection suggests something deeper than simple animal behavior. It's like they're tuned into your soul's frequency. What about those moments when you look into your cat's eyes and feel like you're seeing an old friend? That recognition that goes beyond this lifetime? Many people say they felt like they'd known their cat forever, even from the first moment they met. Some spiritual traditions teach that animals choose their human families before birth. They select the souls they can best serve and learn from. If this is true, then your cat didn't just randomly end up with you. They specifically chose you. They saw something in your soul that called to theirs. This might explain why losing a beloved cat feels like losing a piece of yourself. It's not just grief for a pet. It's recognizing that a soul companion has completed their earthly mission with you. Think about how your cat has changed you. Have they made you more patient, more gentle, more present? These aren't accidental changes. They're part of the soul growth you agreed to experience together. Number 6. When it's time to say goodbye. This part is really hard to talk about, because sometimes the cats we love have to leave us. But even then, they leave us with something powerful. Many people tell me their cat waited to say goodbye. They passed peacefully beside them, or they stayed close until the very end. And after they're gone, some people say they still feel their presence. A sound, a feeling, a warmth that's familiar. That love doesn't just disappear. If God sent your cat, then maybe when they leave, it's not really goodbye. Maybe it's just a different kind of connection. They came to comfort you, to teach you about love, stillness, joy, and healing. And when their time was done, they went home. But they left a little piece of themselves with you, right in your heart. The grief of losing a cat is unique. It's not just about losing a pet. You're losing a spiritual teacher, a healer, a constant companion who knew your soul. But here's what many people discover in their grief. The love doesn't end. The lessons continue. The healing they brought doesn't disappear when they do. You might find yourself being more patient with others because your cat taught you patience. You might discover you're better at being present because they showed you how. The gentleness they brought out in you remains, even when they're gone. Some people have dreams where their departed cats visit them, bringing comfort during difficult times. Others sense their presence during moments of stress or sadness. A familiar weight on the bed, a purring sound with no source, or simply a feeling of being watched over. Whether these experiences are real visitations or the deep imprint of love on our hearts doesn't matter. What matters is that the bond continues. It's transformed, but not broken. And maybe this is part of their spiritual mission too, to teach us that love goes beyond physical form, that connections of the soul can't be broken by death, that the impact of unconditional love lasts forever. Number 7. Cats mirror your spiritual growth. Have you ever noticed how your relationship with your cat mirrors your own spiritual growth? In the beginning, maybe you were just looking for a pet, something cute to come home to. But slowly, something deeper developed. You started noticing how your cat responded to your moods, how they seemed to appear exactly when you needed comfort, how their presence changed the energy of your entire home. Your cat became like a mirror, reflecting back parts of yourself you might not have seen otherwise. When you're stressed, they show you what calm looks like. When you're rushing around, they demonstrate the power of slowing down. When you're being hard on yourself, they offer unconditional acceptance. This isn't coincidence. It's spiritual teaching in action. Cats don't love conditionally. They don't withdraw affection when you make mistakes. They don't judge you for your flaws or failures. They simply love you as you are, in this moment, exactly as you exist right now. This is the kind of love that heals, the kind that transforms, the kind that teaches us how to love ourselves and others more deeply. Your cat is showing you what divine love looks like. It's patient, it's present, it's accepting, and it's completely without agenda. Number 8. Finding the sacred in everyday moments. Maybe the most amazing thing about cats is how they make ordinary moments sacred. A patch of sunlight becomes a meditation space. A cardboard box becomes a sanctuary. A simple moment of petting becomes a healing ritual. Cats find magic in everyday things. And in doing so, they teach us to do the same. They show us that spirituality isn't just found in churches or meditation halls. It's found in everyday moments of connection, presence, and love. When you wake up to your cat purring beside you, that's like a morning prayer. When you take time to play with them, that's joyful worship. When you comfort them during a thunderstorm, that's practicing compassion. Your cat is teaching you that the sacred and the ordinary aren't separate. They're woven together in the fabric of daily life. This is probably why God or the universe chose to send you a cat rather than some other form of spiritual teacher. Because cats specialize in making the everyday extraordinary. They find wonder in simple things and invite us to do the same. In a world that often tells us to look for meaning in big achievements and grand gestures, cats remind us that meaning is found in small moments, in quiet presence, in the simple act of loving and being loved. Number 9, why you were chosen. So why did God or the universe send you a cat? Maybe because you needed help. Maybe because your heart was heavy. Or maybe because your soul needed quiet love. Your cat doesn't ask for much. They just stay close. They sit with you in silence. And through that silence, they remind you who you really are. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're just someone who needed a little help finding peace again. And that's exactly what they bring. But maybe the reason goes even deeper. Maybe you were chosen to care for this particular soul, to provide a safe and loving home where they could fulfill their own purpose. Maybe you were both meant to heal each other. This mutual need, this perfect matching of souls, suggests something far beyond coincidence. It suggests divine planning, a universe that knows exactly what each soul needs for growth and healing. Your cat didn't just happen to you. They were meant for you, and you were meant for them. So the next time your cat curls up beside you, don't wonder why you were chosen. Instead, maybe whisper, "Thank you." Because whether you believe in God, fate, or just the magic of animals, something or someone sent that cat to you. And that's a kind of love that's hard to explain but impossible to forget. A love that transforms ordinary moments into sacred ones. A love that heals without trying to fix. A love that teaches without speaking. A love that remains, even when they're gone. That's the gift of a cat. That's why you were chosen. That's why they were sent. Not just to be your pet, but to be your teacher, your healer, your reminder of what unconditional love looks like. And in learning to love them, you learn to love yourself. In caring for them, you learn to care for your own soul. In saying goodbye to them, you learn that some connections go beyond physical form. This is the sacred contract between human and cat. This is why God sent you yours. To love, to learn, to heal, to remember, to discover that the divine doesn't always speak in thunder. Sometimes it purrs. Have you ever felt like your cat showed up exactly when you needed them? Do you believe they were meant for you? We'd love to hear your story in the comments below. This FurryNest family reads everything, and your story might help someone else too. If this video helped you see your cat in a new light, give it a like so more cat lovers can find it. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos that dive deep into feline love, trust, and behavior. Next up, check out When Your Cat Sleeps With You. This is what it really means. It's the perfect follow-up to today's topic, and it's full of little emotional surprises. Thanks for spending this time with us here at FurryNest. Give your cat an extra cuddle from us tonight. And remember, every purr is a gift, and every cat is a little bit of magic.